Welcome to Trading Lounge in the US stocks for the 25th of the 9th of September. So this will be the last video on the 130 stocks that I gathered together and then have created videos about. Now, it's taken me all of September to label them all and give them a bit of thought and present them as well. And so probably next week, I will look at how I can get through the 130 stocks much quicker. So that might be making 2 videos a day. I'm not quite sure just yet. But also what we'll also be doing as well is that we'll be putting out trades. I've been using the green line on here for trades and then also portfolios as well. So with the portfolios, they will be longer term holds. So let's just say that generally speaking, this is pretty much what's happening to the US markets. So we're looking for 5 waves to go up. So we don't want to get involved in the new portfolio trades at this point. We will wait till the 5th wave is done, and that could take, looking at these here, that can take a few months to finish that off. And then we should see, after the elections or whatever, we should see some type of correction come into play as an ABC correction, and then we'll see a move up again. That's the general thing of the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ and so on and so on. So we'll start our portfolio trades at this point in the game. Okay, and that way we can hold them into a long-term wave 3 going to the upside. Okay, so, but what I will be doing probably late next week or the week after, these trades that I call here, they will be going into the trade page on Trading Lounge. And that means that it'll have an entry point, a stop point. The stops will be, if they need to be moved, they'll be moved and you'll be sent a notice, and targets and taking profit and adding to positions, all that sort of stuff will be on the trades page in Trading Lounge. So yeah, that's where we'll basically work from. But we'll also continue to look at the pretty pictures here as well in terms of Elliott. So I'll do my best to be able to get through them all each month as well. So I need to settle into, to pull this into my routine, I need to, make time for these, and I need to get used to that new routine as well. So I need to just go one step at a time and feel comfortable with each step. Okay, enough waffling on. Let's go with this stock. This stock here is in the genomic side of things. They're a diagnostic company, so they're pretty much leaders in their field as well. So I feel that they belong in the list. I can see that the stock is really quite sluggish yet. Obviously the cash flow is not there for them just yet, but anyway, getting in for a portfolio trade down here will be what we can do. So we could look to trade this to the upside here, but what we'd want is we want this market really sitting on top of that $30 mark there, which is a major trading level. So the major trading levels are 1, 2, 3, 5, 8. Then we go back to the power of 10. So on the 4-hour chart, this is a daily chart. So I was looking at it like this here as a simple A wave here, an ABC here, and then the C wave here. The C wave will have 5 waves in it. So if you've got a keen eye, you'll see 1 and 2. You'll also see 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 in the 3rd wave, the 4th wave and the 5th wave. So I think that's the low there. But it'd be silly just to buy it before the level, wouldn't it? So what we want to do is we want that as support here. So we want to see some, let's just say, first high above the level and then a fold back into that space, and then we can go long from that point. But as soon as you can visually see, even on a 5-minute chart, this is a 4-hour chart, but as long as you can see it sitting on here, and the idea as a trade when we're using the trading levels is that we get a small position on 30, and then we've got 31, 32 and 33, so they make up group 1. And then the next number in the Fibonacci sequence is 1, 2, 3, yep, you got it, 5. So that's 5 at that point. And if we get support on top of 3, which is really valuable, the tester support on top of 3, then the market, you can be assured the market will push up to 5. So we will see another classic trading levels pattern around here, and then the next level up is 8 after that. But with 8, we've got group 2 in here, so it will be 36.50 and 37.20. So 65. 60, I always call it the 65 number, but 65, 72 and 80. And then we've got 40, which is the medium level. So that would be our target up there. So when we're trading from, say, 30 to 40, that will be our thing. The idea generally is to build in the beginning of the trend, and then the middle of the trend is when everybody recognizes it's cruising along. The market normally moves quite quickly between 3 and 5 and 5 and 8 in both directions. We normally start taking, at number 8, would start taking profit there on a trade, depending on where the wave structure is, of course, and taking profit at 38 and then the rest of it at 40 at the main level there. Okay, just wanted to chuck that in. I'm going to scoot along a little bit now with these, so we'll go to our next stock. So Workday is a financial management of human capital management. So it's a software vendor, basically. It's functioning really well. I think that we are in wave 4 here, and I'm a little bit, it seems to me that we've got 5 waves down to this point here, so we may just get a B wave here and a C wave here. You can go long above this little move here if you wanted to, right? But you may only get to there. I may be wrong. And it's a little bit hard to read this down here. Even when I go to the 4-hour chart here, you'll start to see it's like a little bit tricky to read. We could probably look at this as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 to here, and 5 into this point, or wave 4 to here, and A, B, C for 4 and down for 5. I'm not sure about that. I don't know if we've actually landed here or not, and that's the end of it and we push up from there. But if that's the case and you wanted to go long, then you'd go long here and just put your stop under here. So as soon as that's triggered, put your stop under the last low there. That should work well, because it's kind of testing on the 200 here for this now anyway. So it'd be nice to keep it under the level for the time being, just in case we get spiked out. That's if you wanted to do that. And it may just continue to move up from that point, but you'll just need to manage that by yourself in that one, I think. So let's go back to the daily chart and move to the next company, which is, because we're going alphabetically by a stock code. So the next one's Workhorse. So with Workhorse here, I haven't labeled this here. I'll just go into the bigger picture here. And of course, this is a companies working with General Motors in basically motorhome chassis. So I need to pull this apart, but it looks like we've got wave 1 and 2 here, and 3 and 4 and 5. But we may also have this here as 1 and 2 here, and 3 and 4 and 5 here. So I'm a little bit unsure about this, and I've got to get in there for this. But yeah, so that's going to take a little bit of work. So what I was going to do is the move down through here appears to be in 5 waves. So I think we're going to get this. This is the classic trading levels pattern, as you know. So if this is the level that we're working with here at the moment, we've got the arrival, the reaction, the first high above the level, and then we've got this move here. So in that instance, where are we within this? We've got the arrival, the reaction, we've got the first high above the level. We're looking for an ABC pattern, and then we can start to move in on this side over here. This does look impulsive rather than corrective at this point. So I do feel whatever way we do, we should just wait for this one to unfold correctly through here. But this is really unfolding nicely in line with this here. So at the moment we're here, and we want to rally, and we want this to move down here, and we could maybe be able to pick it up down here as well. We'll see what the rest of the markets are looking like at that point, but if not, we'll pick it back up on the level over here. Well, in fact, we really want to pick, depending if you're trading or portfolio holds here, but trading, we should be able to get, 2 or 3 positions in there without too much problems. We just need to allow it to unfold. But it's working with a major trading level 2 here. I just keep, even though it's 20, it could be 2,000 or 200,000 or 200 or 20 cents. But it's still, to me, it's still number 2. Let's move on to the next one, which is stock code work, but it's called Slack Technologies. Founded in 2009 in British in Canada. These are the guys that created Flickr. Now, with this stock, I haven't labelled it here as well. However, from the March lows here, this move up through here, it can be counted as a corrective wave, as an A and a B, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. So this could be corrective here, and we could make new lows here for this. I'll just see. This here is telling me that the market is corrective and not impulsive. So we'll just allow it to play out. It could certainly drop back down into here, just not. If it gets back up here, then we'll give it some attention. But otherwise, we're not that fussed about this particular stock at this stage. Let's check the 4-hour chart here for a moment. Yeah, it's sitting at 25, which is a medium level here. Yeah, it's not ready for us just yet, so we don't need to worry about it. But I still want to keep it on my list for the time being. And this next stock here is they're into programming chips in this particular company. Now, also, I still need time to work out the count here as well. I can see that we've got wave 1 here and 2 here, and I would view all this as wave 1 and 2 here, and then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here. So I can label it like this here. I'm just a little bit, it's not sitting really well, actually. That's the problem for this just yet. I should really put this here in this case, because I'd still need another C wave up here for this. So it's not there yet. But this appears to be corrective, so a nice support on here we can look to go long. So at this stage we can go long above this high here, but you should be able to get a better position once we get the second high above this level here, at the level here. You can go in lower here at this point if it interests you at this point. But if it takes this top out, we'll be taking this top out through here. And group 1 will be of 100 will be 10, 20 and 30. Okay, so just want to have a look at the bigger picture here for a moment. Yeah, this was the other thing here too, is that this stock's in it, so it's just a little bit different from the other stocks. So with this one here, I'm not even sure if we should count it as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 down here, and then some sort of corrective move back up here, and then down further from that point. So I just really want to see, I mean, it should push up from here, and we could look at this we can count this as corrective because we've got overlapping wave structures here at this degree of structure. Shouldn't do that. So we can view that as corrective. But I'm not seeing really, well, it is positive coming up here. There are impulse waves we're seeing here. There are corrective waves here. That's why we can move in on the 100 when the time comes here. So we're not here just yet, but it's got a completely different count than the other markets around the world, which is not a good thing or a bad thing, but it has to be noted. It's not like we've got 5 waves up here, because this, if we counted this as 1, 2 here, then wave 3 here, it's too small compared to wave 1 and wave 3 here. So there's something going on here. It's in its own stride, this particular stock. So the next stock is Zillow. We've been tracking this stock in one of our early videos, And the count here is, I'm sort of looking at a high being in place here, because from the March lows here, we've got wave 1 and 2, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, the third wave, fourth wave. The extension here in the fifth wave makes me feel that we need to change the count, but as it stands at the moment, from wave 4 here, 1 and 2, then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, the third wave, fourth wave, and fifth wave here, because I can count 5 waves up here. So we can have a top in this play here, in this here. So we should see we're also at 100, so we can expect, we can't go long just before 100 here. It just doesn't make any sense. One is the strongest number in the market, and we need some sort of corrective pattern here. What we can do with this count, however, is we could look at it a little bit differently. If we looked at this as wave 1 here and 2 here, all of this here, then that can become, because it's, wave 1 here and wave 2 over here, and then this makes all of wave 3 coming into this space here, and then we'll have a wave 4 and wave 5. So we can extend it out with, stay within the rules without a problem, and that's what we'll probably do, because when you think about it, this is the COVID correction, and we are way beyond the high up here. So this stock is really pushing out. It's pretty much, if you're an American, you obviously know it. It's in the real estate business, but there's a lot of folks around the rest of the world that trade in the US that won't know a lot of these stocks, but these guys are ex-Microsoft execs, and they're heading into the property retail sales space. Let's just go to the 4-hour chart here for a moment. So first of all, you may have a trade in here because I've talked about being long here, but this would be, if you need to exit at 100. Okay, you need to, if you hit a medium level or a major level, you should be taking your money off the table, or if it's a trade, especially hitting 100, you take it all off at 100. There's always time to get back in. It's like over here, like if you're even at a medium level here, if you get out, then you just wait for it to find support, and then you get back in. It's not too difficult, is it? It just requires patience, but you never know how long this is going to take. It could be weeks, it could be months, it could be 6 months, It's just the way it is. So we don't have all the answers, but we know what a setup looks like, Okay, we're going to move into the last stock here, which is a cloud-based information security company in California. Let me just go to the daily chart for this. So yeah, the count's pretty clean, and once again, the COVID situation here hadn't really affected it that much, has it? And it's really moved along through here, so it's definitely like owning its space. So it's got a turnover of $16 billion and more than 100 data centers in 185 countries. So definitely what we want to see. So currently we're at 150, which is a medium level. It's halfway between 100 and 200. That's what make their major levels, and this is a medium level. We've got other interesting things in here. I might just go to the 4-hour chart here. So from the 100 here, we've got group 1. So really between 100 and 200, all you need to do is just count the Fibonacci numbers, 1, 2, 3, 5, and 8. That's all it is. And of course, but with 8 here, we've got 65 and 72 that will come into play, which are important. So you can pop them in there. 65. I'll just get that accurate there for a moment. It's good that you learn these numbers because they will, as they say, you need to know your numbers. especially if you're playing a game like this. So once again, you know, if you're trading this stock, then you'd be out at the 150, and then you wait for the support to come back in again, and then you go off again. And what it does, it just saves you time and money. And yes, you can just buy back in at a lower price if it's in line with the other market. First of all, I'm not sure how to count this. I know that I've been to the hourly chart. I got 5 waves down through to here. So I could say this was an A wave, a B wave here, and a C wave up here for this, and put that C wave up here. There's one more to go up here. I'll just check on the hourly chart. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll just double check that further in on the 15-minute chart if it'll give it to me. Oh no, we've got 5 waves up, sorry. We've got 1 and 2 here, and then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, all the third wave, fourth wave and fifth wave. So we've got this move down through here, which looks impulsive, so we may end up checking down again. It has hit the 50% here, not the 61, so it could come down to the 130 again here. But if you wanted to trade, then taking this one out here would be the go. Going long from that point. Let me just... Yeah, no, that's fine. And yeah, and that's what probably will happen. Yeah, we may get an A and a B and a C. What's the upside here for this? Sorry, just need to double check. So at the 50, 60 here as well. It'd be better if we were at the 61.8%, but that's okay. So we can go long from there, but you'd only go long in half a position, then look to add a little bit further up once we know we're safe at that point. So coming back to the 4-hour chart here. If it's just a trade, I do suggest getting out here and then getting back in on the other side here. So we're just going to go for half a position here for this. If that's breached, then the stop will just go under here for that, okay? And the trade is just up to that point. I don't know what this pattern is here at the moment, but I know that that's impulsive. So it could be that we've got wave B here, and we're going to be heading down lower for wave C here. It's possible that we've got wave 1 and 2 into play here, and we're going up. I just don't know yet. That's all. This is not clear here. I mean, it's always the case with Elliott is that if you don't know what this is, then you don't know what the history is. But if you know your history, then you'll know what this is. So if you don't know what the count is, you have to go back in time and find out what you don't know. Yeah. So we'll see. Okay. Well, that's it. That's the 130 odd stocks, and I've taken a few out, but I'm going to I'll put the new list in on the website, and new list. I'll update that, and I'll give some thought about how I'm going to get through them much quicker, because we'll need to. Alrighty, cheers.